Hello, everyone. Blessings to you all. Thank you for your day. Happy Wednesday. And just sending out the next video for us to review and to cover. And this is just something that's been coming up the past couple of days. And, you know, I have other people in these spiritual circles that I resonate with, check out, connect with on different levels around for other teachers that put information out. And I'm really watching them talk about in this moment how important it is to really focus on our own inner guidance. And it just reminds me of the many years ago that this inspiration of the Diamond Heart Project came through, right? And then that information that, you know, that you've heard me say probably in ceremony years ago or whatever it is, or during our program together, is that, you know, there's kind of becoming a time very soon where all the information you're receiving is going to have an intention behind it. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. It's going to be tied to either marketing. People wanted to market their product to you, or the information, or it's a bunch of AI ads. Nothing wrong with those. But the point is that that's not a real person talking to you. It's a chemical makeup or a digital makeup of somebody that's relating words that maybe isn't even in like a real true human being's personal voice. It is like a voice that they copied, that AI copied and began to imitate like online. And no matter what they want to tell you or the information you're receiving, like, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying to you, there might be an intention behind that information they're giving it to you. Like I said, it's to promote their product, right? Like, right? Give me an example. Like, you have the vid that we experienced in their 2020s. And you have two sides to the vid. You have the people that have all this information about how good it is to receive the care they're trying to give you. And then you have all this information on their side around all the reasons why not to receive the care they're trying to give you. And both have a factual basis to them, right? And both are promoting them as the right answer. And again, it's not about the right or wrong answer, but it's more importantly like going into like what feels called to you outside of the legalities of it, outside of what society says, outside of what your family wants you to do, outside of what your best friend thinks is best for life, or about judgment on yourself or others for what you do or don't do with your life. Like, being able to really come center with yourself and make choices from that. It doesn't matter if what you're doing resonates with everyone else in your friend group but doesn't resonate with you. Great. Hopefully you have a moment where you step into that and say, I'm glad you guys are all doing this. I don't feel called to do that. I'm going to go ahead and stay home. Or I'm going to go do this instead. Or I'm glad that all of my loved ones believe a certain way, but that belief doesn't resonate with me. And it isn't the stereotypical or the spiritual bypass, like, it doesn't resonate with me, man. It's understanding, like, nope, that doesn't click, right? I've had things that didn't resonate with me last week that resonate with me this week. And I don't just mean like teachings, but I mean like things didn't resonate, right? There were, like, a month ago, it resonated with me to like have a little snack around eating some Honey Mama's chocolate. Now, Honey Mama's chocolate is healthy. It's made of 4 ingredients: cacao, organic honey, like sea salt, and something else, and organic almonds. The point is it's healthy. It really resonated with me for a long time. Now it doesn't. I don't feel good when I eat it. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing changed in it. There's nothing bad in it for me. It doesn't resonate with my system anymore. Not just from an intellectual level of my being, not just from a soul level, but like physically, it doesn't resonate with me anymore. Do I know what shifted? No. Am I concerned what shifted? No. It just doesn't resonate with me. I don't feel called to. I'm not inspired to buy it at the store anymore. Just like shifted one day. And so things evolve, things shift, and all of that kind of stuff. So it doesn't have to be this hard stance on like, no, I'm never going to do that. Or if you're vegan, you're like, hard stance on like, no, I'm never going to eat meat, or I'm never going to eat cheese or dairy or whatever it is again. Like, great. That's resonating with your body, but just know it might shift. You know, there was a time where I served Cambo where my only thing resonated with my body was chia seeds and blueberries. I ate it for a year. right? And so the point is, like, that's all my body wanted. Other things didn't resonate. Didn't matter if it's organic, didn't matter if it's non-organic, didn't matter what it was. And I knew that intuitively as well as I knew it physically, right? And so it's just, we're getting to that space where I've talked about, and you've heard me mention, there's no more gurus to talk to. There's no more books to read. I don't mean have a teacher or a guru. Like, I don't mean have somebody reference point or get guidance from. That's beautiful. I'm just saying to you, we're moving into a conscious state, or a state in the collective of this evolutionary process on the planet. We've never been here before. So there's nothing to reference. There's no, again, book to read. There's nowhere to talk to somebody who's been here before and navigated it to, again, kind of give you advice on it. You might want to give advice in the moment, but as far as like having some kind of reference point, right? Like talking to a lawyer that's been through law school as you enter your first year, you have somebody to reference from to kind of get guidance on. Like, we're in a space of evolution where our consciousness has never been here before in this location on this planet. And so it's all new for everyone, right? So the tool, the number one tool we have is coming into that internal connection that we create through Diamond Heart Project, or that you evolve through it, or you build on it through our program, to really amplify that inner connection of trust, connection, dependency in a beautiful way. I don't mean being dependent upon, but relying on it for your own inner guidance on any moment. I don't check in with that space for like major life decisions. I check it with it for all things, like all choices. Like, oh, is it time right now to get up and get something to eat? No, I'm fasting today. The point is that there's always that check-in, and like, but that check-in happens 10 times faster than actually asking myself an analytical question. Like checking in with myself around if that resonates with me, compared to like, do I want to have more food? By the time I could ask myself that question, I could have asked myself 4 other times internally around guidance on something, because it's immediate. Boom, no, boom, yes, whatever it is, or not right now, or maybe later, or whatever it is. I mean, as you know, who experiencing it, these answers don't come that way. But the point is that it shows up in the way that you're connected with it, the way it shows up for you, you know. So I just really feel called to, like, we'll come back to, like, yes, the unicorns and butterflies around how beautiful and wonderful it is, and confident it is to have this beautiful connection to your own inner being, and access for any wonderful experience you're having on this planet as your being, having a human experience. But it's getting to the point where it's no more or less like an option, like meditating on Saturdays. It's like, it's as important as drinking water or breathing, right? It's coming down to the point where this is the one tool, right? And I was shown this years ago, but now we're getting into the reality of it around actually what's happening in this dimensional space, on this earth, with the collective consciousness, with all the organisms and beings that live here. And now is that time. So I'm so grateful you all have been part of the program, and be part of this. It really is part of, you know, my soul's reason for becoming new existence. Is not necessarily the program, but it is the principles of what this program teaches humanity. So thank you for being part of it, and just thank you for allowing this to unfold this way. So love you all. Blessings.